You're probably wondering why I hate Reddit. Well, you can simply understand by the three groups within Reddit. The first group are the people who own the site and basically are like the head of command, basically, if you want to look at it like that. The second are the moderators who moderate and police the subreddit, and the people. And the third one are the basically the average person who uses Reddit. So yeah, so the first group I'd like to talk about are the people who run Reddit and sort of like make sure that people follow like the main rules. So basically, and the design of the site. So the first thing you have to do for the site, so you have a goal. These people have only seem to have one goal, and that is to make it as like open and as like box as possible, which there's nothing wrong about it. But you have to probably have more goals within a site than that. So and they do it to such like an extent where everyone has sort of become like a yes man, and it's sort of become like a cult in a way. It's a bit extreme, but you know what I'm talking about. It's sort of become like a cult where everyone sort of says the same thing and agrees with each other, even on like say for example, even on the so-called conservative. I myself am not a conservative. I am something very different. But yeah, well, kind of. But yeah, but the very people who supposedly support conserving, which is basically conserving people's culture, seems to only really give a shit about like libertarianism, it sounds like. And they have like a Gadsden flag, which is sort of like, the yellow snake, which is weird, because it's not really a conservative symbol. You've got to get their symbols right. But yeah, there's not really any point, and it sort of points, it's kind of going into politics, but it sort of points at a major problem with the site is that everyone, no matter where you go, is sort of like very individualistic, let's say. And even if they claim not to be, they have the same fucking opinions. The next one, thing I would like to say, is sort of not the many people say that a like and sort of dislike ratio, they shouldn't have it on Reddit, which I kind of disagree, because I can show you how like this will be useful if every fucking Reddit subreddit, I mean, didn't have the same fucking opinions. But yeah, it'll be interesting and good to look at what kind of like how they think, how like a group, like a subreddit thinks throughout, and how they'll change, because you can see the number going up and down. But I personally think that a best solution when they fix the fucking site is to sort of like have like a sort of like like old school YouTube likes dislike ratio. I really like that. Though the like and dislike ratio has been fucked basically, since you can't see the dislikes, which destroys the whole point of the like to dislike ratio. Well, you can if you get a dislike return thing. You download that. But yeah, that's basically it for the people that I know of that are at the top. So now we're going to go into the second group of Reddit, the moderators. So the problem with the moderators, so I don't know why you'd want to do this, but they seem to moderate more than a fuck ton of subreddits. I don't know why you'd want to do this. I think one subreddit would make me want to go crazy. But yeah, this causes a lot of problems for the culture of the site, in my opinion. Is that obviously we as people have biases and opinions in a way, but yeah, and obviously that's going to cloud our judgment, and it's not really a problem in of itself. But the major problem with this is that all the moderators seem to think the same, so nobody can hold each other back when they start doing something stupid or go too far, because they all fucking agree with each other. Yeah, and this brings to fucking one of my major points on this video, I should say, is that all the culture is the fucking same, as I've said before. And so every subreddit is the same. So why the hell, if I use Reddit, why the hell would I want to use any of these subreddits? Wouldn't I just want to stick to one? Because they're all the fucking same. This is a major problem with Reddit. This third group of people I'd like to mention is the people who use Reddit like casually, or like they use it a lot but they're not really like an administrator and they have no real power. Is that I know that in the past there's been like sort of like kind of rebellions to this, like holdbacks. But they haven't really like done anything like major about it. To be honest, they haven't really like you. Now I don't know why, like how this has become such a way. But I mainly blame the people who run it because they should be controlling. Say how like if there's too many people who think this way in like a in on the site, you should probably get more of like diverse view of opinion. But the sort of people that down at the bottom have sort of embraced it and not really fought back, and so now they sort of like agree with each other basically, and so only one group of person uses fucking Reddit. Next thing I like to say is that it's another thing I need to mention about the culture, but yeah, sort of which is also like all three of the groups have created in a way is that no one has sort of like it's sort of like a oh yeah we want to be all open-minded and all that, but they haven't really sort of made it feel like that because whenever anybody talks about Reddit, they always say, no matter who you ask, they always say how they're all a bunch of yes men and how you can't really like voice your opinion, which is very bad when you're on a site about people's fucking opinions. Now, this is not sort of like to do with any of the fucking sort of like a structure of the site, but it's more to do with the fucking so-called memes of the site. They aren't really like, there's no joke to them. So, for example, there was one, I'm not sure if they still do it, but there's one with the Lisa Simpson pointing at the fucking monitor with like a statement on it. There's no fucking joke. And they're all the same. They're all the same meme, and they're not even funny. It's so fucking stupid. And I don't get it. Why would you like this? Why would you find this funny when there is no joke? So yeah. Also, there's another thing I'd like to mention about sucking subreddits. Yeah, so for example, don't ask me why. I'm probably losing my mind, but I was bored out of my mind, so I started looking at like old TV shows I used to watch, and I went on to this is when the Israeli like Palestine thing was kicking off. I'm not going to say my opinion on that because it has nothing to do with the video, but yeah, I went on to one of the show's subreddits to see what it would be like, and for some fucking weird reason, there was a Syrian flag. No joke, I'm not fucking joking with you. There was a fucking Syrian flag on there. I don't know what it had to do with the show. It's not really like a political show. It's a fucking kids show. That's what it is. You know, I am an honest guy. I admit that. I was looking at a fucking kids show, but yeah, and it's so fucking dumb. Why? How is this allowed? It's so off topic. But for example, it's not my only problem with it. Is that if, for example, I went on to that subreddit and started talking politics unprovoked, guess what they'll fucking do? They'll probably ban me, and rightfully, because it has nothing to fucking do with it. They always seem to like find a way to do this for some reason. They also never really going back to the moderators don't seem to like think properly. This is another story I want to tell you about. It's not really a story that I saw directly, since this is sort of like something that happened over a period of time and something that I probably wouldn't look at. But yeah, there's these like socialist kind of people, or like social democrat or whatever. But yeah, they sort of like if you remember, r/no work. But the rest of the story is not important. The one major thing, they got invited onto the news basically, and the news reporter was basically taking the piss out of this guy. And you know what they got? This guy is a major thing you should probably think of. Probably marketing. You have one chance to market it on TV. They got a fucking dog walker. No shit. They got a fucking dog walker. Is this the best they could find? Oh, so fucking stupid and dumb. These people just do not think. Anyway, I'm not sure if I basically don't have anything else to say. Have a nice day, dearies. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, well, thank you for watching my video.